What's up, everybody? It's Chris and I'm back with this is a special video to me. I am making a video today going over, this wasn't even supposed to be a project car, but this is a 2004 Volkswagen Phaeton, or Phaeton. I like to call it Phaeton. I don't think nobody really knows how to say the name of the car. And I bought this car back in March. It is September. All right, and basically the scoop on the thing is I got it looking for a bumper for my 2005 Phaeton, which is a V8. And I basically stumbled across this thing because I couldn't find a bumper, so I thought maybe let me just try to look for some used Phaetons that, you know, might be damaged, they're cheap, and I could just pull the bumper off that thing. So I saw this one listed for $5,000. I won't get into terrible detail right now, but basically the thing was $5,000. I thought that was strange, a strange price for a dealer. It was kind of high, but then also kind of low, so I thought I'd click on it, and turns out it was a W12. They thought it needed a new transmission, and all it needed was fluid. So I kind of came up on that. So had a small transmission leak. It's a common leak that most pretty much all of them get, and so it's an easy fix. Took it to a Volkswagen specialist and let him do the work. He was, you know, just opened up his shop, so I thought I'd throw some business his way. And when I went to go pick up the car, it didn't quite look like this, but it was all crashed up. My man went for a joyride. You see I got a different grill. I pulled that one off my 05. And sorry, here comes a bus. So I pulled this one off my 05, but the other grill was all smashed up. I threw it in the trash. But yeah, the front end was all messed up. It was about $7,000 worth of damage. And of course, I'm going to fix it myself now. So the parts had to come from Germany. It took, literally, they came today. It's September 4th or whatever. So it took a long time to get the parts. So I'm going to work on this now. And I'm going to try to use this camera. If this camera don't work, I'm gonna have to use my GoPro because this battery life sucks. So here we go. All right, so before we get into repairs, I noticed that I had an oil leak here. And honestly, I'm kind of happy the whole thing happened. I don't know if y'all can even see that, but I have an oil leak. Man, I can't even see the screen, but it's around here somewhere. And I thought it was from, I don't even remember the name of that part. Don't give me the line right now, but it wasn't that actually. It was this plastic. It was this plastic piece that you can't even see. Let me move it out of the way. Right here. And over all these heat cycles and stuff, this thing gets brittle. And as I was trying to change that thing down there, I noticed that, wow, this is moving pretty easily and there's no movement there. Yeah, that's because this thing cracked and broke, and it's been broke, and that's where all the oil, you can see the oil puddling right there. So I had to get this part, and that part was $300. Yeah, very expensive, and it just arrived today. So we're going to replace this. Oops. So we're going to replace this now. I'm going to replace that breather down there. I'm going to try to replace this hose all today, and then I'm going to start putting the bumper back on. But I'm going to have to clean up all this stuff because the thing's been sitting like this for months, and from them cutting the grass and blowing everything on it. So here we go. These things suck. Seeing here is just some old footage of the car before it was wrecked by the mechanic when I first got it in March. So basically what happened off camera, I ended up changing the breather. I changed the pipe. The pipe, for whatever reason, it won't let me actually give you guys the audio from that footage. My editing software is messed up, I guess. But they changed and upgraded the pipe, so now it's like it's covered in some rubber material, not that just mesh material, so it should insulate the pipe a lot better, and we shouldn't have that brittle problem again. Now there are these clamps that German automakers use. They're not like the regular clamps where you screw them down or you pinch them and they close into place. They require a special tool to remove, which earlier in the video you'll see I say they suck because they're hard to take off, but they're also extremely hard to put on, especially in tight spots. So I just had to go back to Home Depot and get a clamp and screw that on and tighten it down. I didn't catch it on video because it got late and I had to run to the store. So anyway, the whole project is finished. I fixed the oil leak, and I didn't know and would not have known that oil leak was as bad as it was had the accident not happened. So I'm kind of thankful that it did happen. And then also I saw how rusty that pipe was, which definitely needed to get fixed. And in the future video, the next video I make, we will be fixing the rusty pipe and putting the radiator back on. So hope you enjoyed this and enjoy this little documentary. I'm excited to really see how the car drives. Like I said, I hadn't drove the thing more than, well, I didn't say that, but I hadn't driven the thing more than 100 miles myself, and that was just babying it from the dealership and then driving it back from the mechanic after he so-called fixed it while it was all crashed up, which I was babying it again. So I have never really driven the car. I don't know how it really rides and stuff. So I'm looking forward to finally getting this thing on the road. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.